Greetings and gratitude to all light forms and life workers who have found this. Happy birthday, January 24th. I am your host, the Third Eyed Lion. Welcome. Thank you for being here. If this is your birthday, if you would like to learn more about this zodiac archetype, because of personal or familiar relations, or you just would like to learn more of all of the zodiac archetypes, welcome. I appreciate you being here. I hope you can take a breath in this space. For your birthday, I'm going to begin. Before I begin, I am using the reference material of the Element Encyclopedia of Birthdays by Teresa Chung, Beyond Lemuria by Izzy Ivy, which is the Oracle card I will be pulling at the end of the video. So your free will supersedes anything in this reading. If it resonates, take it. If not, leave it. You have a higher free will to any pre-existing destiny. But I will use the word destiny. If it fits, then take it. If not, please leave it behind. Okay. So you ever hear the concept of idol worship? The idea that some person, thing, or concept is superior so much that you put all of your energy into emulating, worshiping, honoring this thing that is not you or God or something of a true source. Is actually human in nature. So there's a positive idol, a true idol, and a false idol or negative idol. The difference between the two is what I'm getting. The negative idol does not want others to have positive freedom, to have positive actions. Does not want people to have the choice to have that for themselves. Where a positive idol, somebody who tells people to get off their knees and to build their own statues, and but they will never listen. Because that person has done something to them that it has achieved a level of true idolization. Once that's been idolized, it's been crystallized, it's been solid as a mass. It can be carved, it can be created, but it is always something within us that you can look internally to find and externally to understand. Because there's a correspondence with you. Have you noticed in your life, when you've walked into a place, people noticed you when they shouldn't have? Have you ever noticed that if you really like something, your friends and enemies might actually like that thing too? You notice that if you try some weird fashion statement, there's a good chance people are going to give you shit about it, but after a week or two, you're going to see other people do the same thing. It's not being a trendsetter, it's being an idol. People want to be like you, but they don't know how to communicate that to you, so most of them only know how to communicate that in a negative way. But if you can hear what they're communicating, either positive or negative, it will totally shift a perspective within you. Your affirmation or power thought is I joyously give life, and life joyously gives to me. So, another way to phrase that is I am in a sustainable relationship with the universe, and I think it is pretty great. Or phrase it however you would like. That works for you and your reality. Another thing with words, these are your dark side and best side. I'm going to combine them. Know that these are just labels or perceptions. Do not read too much into them, but know that you can use them as positive or negative. It is your choice of interpretation. You are energetic, but aloof. You're insecure, but stunning. You are vain, but exciting. And I will add a few more. You are luminescent and dank. You are positivity and perspective. A great challenge for you is that don't fear criticism. Most people think all criticism is negative criticism. The thing is, like the idol, there is a constructive criticism and destructive criticism. Some criticism wants the thing to be destroyed. The statue should be built down. Other things want more statues built but better. It's constructive criticism. So try to think about it for you that when the criticism is is really a powerful opportunity to learn and grow when it shows, and flattery and praise doesn't touch us nothing as much as criticism and praise. Meaning that you get criticized, you understand that yes, there is some validity in the criticism, but you can also grow from it and see that, hey, I had to have been a certain level of confident, or I would not have received this valid criticism. Because you got to think about it this way: the most successful people who have ever been have three mindsets about this perspective. They either see that criticism makes them better, and they listen to it around 50%. And the criticism that is valid and sticks and is proven, they will adapt. But the ones that are just negative, destructive criticism, they learn to not always listen to those types. The next one being, they just don't listen to any criticism at all. And then the last one being, they listen to all the criticism and they always change to fit everyone. You can be successful doing all of those. It just depends on what best works for your vibration. But either one you do, others are going to idol worship you. Others are going to want to be like you and succeed like you. That is kind of your ultimate destiny, is to inspire others to make the world a better place. Because so many people want to be like you, and it's important for you to not create those false images, to not create a false idol of yourself. Don't overthink yourself. Just have a humble nature to yourself that really allows the process to grow. When you inspire honesty in others by being honest within yourself, that integrity and genuine quality within you will truly be a domino effect that will make the world a better place, where all these lies that exist will be kind of forced to see that human nature is positive, the lies of human nature being negative are kind of prevalent to some degree. They will be overcome the more you are able to stand in your power and just be comfortable in who you are. You may already know this, but your sun sign is Aquarius, and your birthday ruler is the Lover. Do you give yourself a pat on the back? Do you give yourself kindness? Are you able to? Because it is a powerful trait of you, of this archetype, and that 6 and 7 will amplify that as numbers. Saturday and Friday, especially on the 6th and 7th of the month, color blue, citrine, and lilac. Electric blue, citrine, and lilac. Birthstone is amethyst. So it is always know that when there's a misunderstanding, people don't know the genuine qualities, there is a lack of psychological growth or any type of breakdown and barriers that happen, be aware of the process. Look at it at a externalized way and internalize how you feel so you can meet that middle ground. So you understand that people's perceptions of you are not always the truth. But one thing, you can't control how people perceive you. You really can't control what you were made to be, but you can control who you want to be right now, how you perceive yourself, and kind of lean into a more down-to-earth, salt-of-the-earth nature of being one with just the masses, a kind of natural humbleness in a world of artificial confidence all around us. For career, it is really good for you to look into maybe relationship coaching, working with children or animals, or the elderly, law, religion, psychology, philosophy, astrology, writing, and maybe even entertainment, screenplay. I'm getting a really strong idea of like stand-up comedian, other types of performers and creators, people who are creative by being themselves. They are naturally creative. Okay, I hope that your aloof qualities have allowed you to look past any issues you might have in the shadow of my face, but I appreciate you in the shadow of your grace. Okay, I'm going to pull your card. Happy birthday to this powerful archetype. You hold the key at all times within you. What is the key to? How do I know what the key is? The key is the earth. You are in keyed with the earth. It is a frequency key. It is a way that you can always open up to the massive expanse of planetary cosmic vortex energy within this earth, throughout this earth, and around it at all times. The best qualities within the earth are within you, but most of us don't want to see that. We don't want to honor the planet, and we don't want to honor nature and nurture all around us. We don't see the clouds, we don't see the radiancy, and we don't see the aura of the tree up and the tree down. Most people forget that we are a tree coming from the sea. But if you really look at the human biology, it's an oceanic stemming organism from millions of years ago that somehow has biological and fungal component to it. Is a human, but it goes back even farther, millions of years, where tree and sea come together. Life forms from the trees and the seas, and that's my perspective. People may have their own, but I like the druid idea that all things can be broken up into the three components: the above, the branches; the current, or the now, or the present, the trunk; and the below, the past, the connection between all things, the roots. Most people don't see the full tree, and you have to be looking at the trunk if you want to see the full tree. Because if you look at the branches, you won't see a good view of the roots. If you look at the roots, you won't see a good view of the branches. So if you look at the trunk, you can see the whole tree from just your perspective. There is most likely some branches you won't see, and a lot of roots you won't see, but you will have the closest perspective. So the affirmation for you I'm getting is, I choose to be the trunk of a great mighty tree, pulling in energy and grounding it throughout me. Or phrase it in any way you would like, but the idea that I am the tree, I'm bringing the energy in, and I am sending it out through. I hope you have a powerful and perspective day. Happy birthday.